Blah, 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 blah. A simple product idea is right here on my outdoor desk porch to have just a little lightweight, just thin wood thing that just barely fits over my laptop. There could be a general design and then they could be custom made to just fit right over it so that the screen opens up into it and gets shade. The sun is going to be gone anyway because of the porch, and it's even a little cloudy out, so this is not as harsh of a sun as it could be, but it would be nice to sit out here in the sun, be able to open up my laptop, not have a lot of glare, although the glare comes from the sun hitting me and being reflected in the laptop, so it might not fix it fully. I have an example in here of an enormous one I built, because actually I'm under a big skylight here that's really, if it's full sun, it's semi-transparent and the sun just pours down. So I have this right here, this big, huge wooden one I made. The problem is it's not very portable, and it would be fine on a permanent desk somewhere. But I don't even like to sit out here at all because of glare right now. Later on I will, because I have a green screen behind me. And so actually, this is still a good tool, but you can see how it's massive. I mean, I've moved it by myself once before, maybe a couple times, and it's unwieldy. So it would be great to go into town and have somebody build me up just a little lightweight, tiny one right here, or maybe slightly bigger, and it could have some spots for some pens in it, and it could be just this kind of computer desk cover thing. And that would also keep it out of any rain that happened if there was a storm. But of course, if there was a storm, I wouldn't actually be out here. But then I could leave, maybe a little notebook and pens, and I don't know. Just thinking of product ideas all the time, and I have a list of 1,000 product ideas for here. And just got to follow up on some of them. That particular product idea is not really interesting to me. It's not revolutionary. It doesn't have to do with energy systems. But so what? I could take my spreadsheet and prioritize it. I'm far more interested in a solar chicken brooder. Solar chicken brooder would be revolutionary. That's top of the list. And I should make videos and try a crowdfunding effort on designing that right now. Building one, testing it, build another one, test it, and then everyone in the world would benefit from knowing how to produce chickens with no electricity and not a lot of time, because raising baby chicks is the hardest part of raising chickens. And I think that almost every house should have a few hens to eat up all the organic garbage and produce out eggs and fertilizer and company. If I raised chickens right, they'd be like house pets, and they wouldn't be as abused. And there wouldn't be any roosters involved, because roosters are noisy. Hens are pleasant. I don't like walking through town and hearing roosters all over the place. When you find like there's homeowners associations or municipalities. Municipalities? Oh my God. I think I'm doing a Spanglish there. But that's the objection to chickens, isn't the hens, it's the roosters. So get rid of the roosters. Have people have a place they can go to buy a hen, or sell them door to door with the houses, with a car, I guess, and sell them the house and the food and instruction manual. And how can you incorporate chickens into your life and walk with them into their backyard and say, well, the best site is over there, and here's your risk of predation from animals, and really give them a quick education on hens. And then they buy the hen that has just started laying, right? Has a distinctive looking egg because of the breed of the chicken that you chose. And then they get rid of all their garbage waste, their kitchen waste. And they have their good friend, because we raised the chickens to be human friendly. They were brooded in a place with people and music. And, they like to hop up on your lap, although chickens poo randomly, so you gotta keep that in mind when you're dealing with chickens. But some of them are really friendly, and that's because of how they were treated. And so I could be producing not just the design, but then even a business to raise these chickens and sell them. And then the justification for crowdfunding it is that it's a business model, not just a product, not just a living being, but also design the little housing for them so that those are more comfortable, and that the chicken doesn't live caged up most of the time, because people around here, they have high fences anyway. And you could teach chickens to be dog friendly. The harder part is to teach dogs to be chicken friendly. But ideally, your chicken would walk around in much of the yard and be free most of the time. And it would, peck in your garden and eat bugs. And then you would still have a coop with a fence in it so that people could make a choice about how much they want their chicken to be outside or inside the fence. And what effect that has in their garden. Some people just have a bunch of dirt out there, and so you could also be selling other services to people to improve their yard, their courtyard, where they have a composting toilet. That would be a great thing to push. Totally separate topic. Where you also are selling plants that do well in this climate, that are useful, ones that chickens won't destroy, and maybe even design services on how can you turn your backyard into a little garden paradise. And that's a little beyond the original chicken vision, but that would be a great set of services that would increase the value of somebody's house in town, so that people really take advantage of having little private parks instead of just having a crappy backyard that isn't really usable for anything, and it all just has packed in dirt and no shade. Shade here is so important. And so there's, shade issues, water capture issues you can consider. You can do a whole consulting business, and chickens are just a tiny part of it. So, when I wake up, I got my brains just zooming. Really wouldn't mind hot coffee, but it just seems too expensive to buy coffee. It's a luxury item for me. Yeah, we'll see.